Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are putting together the ultimate playbook for anyone expecting a baby in 2026. And let me tell you, it is a whole new world. We've been digging into the latest trends in everything from nursery design and feeding tech to sleep science and the new support systems parents are building. So, let's get right into it.
So, is this you? If you're expecting, or even if you're just fascinated by how much parenting is evolving, you are in the right place. Because what's happening right now isn't just about a few new gadgets. We're seeing a really fundamental change in the entire mindset around raising a child.
You know, for generations, parenting was kind of like improv. You just reacted to problems as they came up. But that's not the game anymore. The 2026 parent is more like an architect, a curator. They're not just reacting. They are intentionally designing an entire optimized world for their child, right from day one.
And that brings us to our first big idea, the curated child. Now, this isn't about trying to create a perfect child. Not at all. It's about intention. It means that every single choice is a deliberate piece of a thoughtfully constructed environment.
Okay, so where does this all start? Well, in the nursery, of course. But in 2026, we're not just talking about a room with a crib anymore. It's being designed as a true sanctuary, a space that's literally engineered for calm and connection, not just for the baby, but for the parents too.
We're seeing a massive shift away from those old-school character themes, superheroes or princesses. Instead, designers are saying that parents are now starting with a mood word, a feeling, like calm or warm or nostalgic. And that single word dictates every other decision they make for the room. And this whole mood-first approach is creating some seriously beautiful trends. We're seeing a huge surge in earthy, complex colors like terracotta and sage green. Furniture is becoming more sculptural, with lots of soft curves. And instead of busy wallpaper, parents are choosing textured walls, using things like lime wash or plaster to get this really subtle organic feeling. Now, this right here is a perfect example of that new aesthetic. Instead of a loud accent wall, parents are adding architectural details, like wainscoting, and then painting it the exact same color as the wall. It adds this amazing depth and a sense of quiet luxury, all without adding any visual noise. So when it comes time to actually buy things, the motto is fewer but better. Safety is absolutely number one. So parents are looking for things like Green Guard Gold certification to cut down on toxins. They're also investing in things that last, like convertible cribs, and smart, functional pieces like dressers that can double as changing tables. And hey, a little comfort for mom and dad doesn't hurt, right? Like ergonomic gliders with built-in USB ports. Smart.
All right, so we've designed the sanctuary. Let's talk about how this whole curated approach extends to feeding. The exact same principles are at play here. A big focus on purity, on health, and on some really cutting-edge convenience.
Yeah, you can pretty much forget about spending your Sunday afternoon blending sweet potatoes. These direct-to-your-door organic baby food subscriptions are absolutely booming. You have companies like Little Spoon that tailor meals to developmental stages, Serenity Kids focusing on ethical meats, Cerebrally with science-backed nutrients for brain development. A ton of options. It solves that modern problem of wanting super clean nutrition without spending hours prepping.
And it's not just the food that's getting optimized. The gear itself, the whole delivery system, is getting a major tech upgrade. Everything is being designed to solve those classic painful parenting moments.
This is a perfect example. The Pop Yum bottle keeps formula powder and water completely separate until the second you need it. You just press a button, the powder drops in, you shake it, and it's ready to go. It's such a simple, elegant solution for that moment when your baby is screaming in the car seat and you need a bottle like yesterday.
Okay, now for the biggest challenge of them all, right? Sleep. The 2026 approach is to stop guessing and to start using data, technology, and proven systems to finally solve the sleep puzzle. Every parent knows this heart-stopping moment. The baby is finally asleep in your arms. You slowly, carefully lower them into the crib, and their eyes pop right open. It's called the failed crib transfer, and new tech is trying to make it a thing of the past.
I want you to meet the Necron. It's this small sensor that wraps around the baby's ankle, and it just monitors their heart rate. Now here's the cool part. It uses research from one of Japan's top institutes to identify the very specific cardiovascular patterns that tell you if a baby is in a light, easily disturbed sleep or if they've finally dropped into a deep sleep.
And using it is super simple. The sensor sends data to a base unit that glows a certain color.
When that light turns blue, that is your scientifically validated signal. That is a moment the baby is in a deep enough sleep for you to make a successful transfer. It basically replaces all that parental guesswork with actual, real-time biometric data.
Of course, technology is just one tool in the toolbox. Parents are also curating their approach to sleep training itself. They're choosing from established systems like the Ferber method with its timed check-ins or the gentler camping out method. It's all about finding a system that really aligns with their own personal philosophy.
So, to manage this whole highly intentional world of curated design and optimized food and data-driven sleep, well, parents are building a whole new kind of support system, one that's expert-led, on-demand, and highly personalized. And the single defining feature of this new support network, it never closes. Parents now expect and can get 24/7 access to experts and information.
Now, on the super high end, this looks like concierge pregnancy care. And yeah, it's pretty much what it sounds like. We're talking direct, 24/7 access to your doctor's personal cell. Appointments that last an hour, not 10 minutes. And the guarantee that your doctor, the one you've built a relationship with, will actually be there for the delivery. It's all about removing uncertainty from the medical experience.
But this 24/7 support system is also becoming incredibly accessible through digital tools. You have apps that offer around-the-clock chats with maternity experts. They have trackers to log all the data, feedings, sleep, diapers, which you can share between partners, so everyone's on the same page. And, really importantly, there's a growing focus on digital mental health support to help couples navigate the huge changes that come with a new baby.
So when we step back and we look at all of these trends together, the design, the food, the sleep, the support, a really clear picture starts to emerge.
The bottom line is this: the fundamental job of a parent is shifting. It's going from being a reactive problem solver to being a proactive systems designer. It is a massive move away from just improvising and guessing and toward intentional curation and data-backed knowledge. And that leaves us with a final and pretty important question to think about. Is this incredibly detailed, highly curated approach actually giving children a better, calmer, more optimized start in life? Or is it just creating a new and maybe impossibly high standard of pressure for parents to try to live up to? Something to think about.